Hi GPT, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's on your mind?
I'm doing great, thank you. Today I have three things. First thing is that to make a website for my new business. Secondly, I had a meeting about my project. Yeah. And sadly, I called with a man who matched on the online.
Sounds like you had a full and productive day. What kind of business is your website for? Also, how did your project meeting go? And I'm curious, how was the call with the guy you matched with?
Yeah. Before talking about that, please, I wanna improve my English. So if I made a mistake, please point it out.
Got it. I'll make sure to point out any mistakes gently. So far, your English is great. For example, you could say, I had a call with a man I matched with online, instead of, I called with a man who matched on the online.
Who matched on?
It flows a bit more naturally. Now, let's get back to your day. Tell me more.
I called the man who matched online. Is that
Almost
right?
perfect. Here's a
Oh.
refined version. I called the man I matched with online.
The man
You're really
who
close.
matched
Just a small tweak to make it sound smoother. Keep going. What was the call like?
I called a man who matched online. Is that correct?
Almost. Here's the correct version. I called a man I matched with online.
I matched.
The phrase I matched with works better than who matched, since it makes it clear you were both involved in the matching process. You're doing great.
I called a man who matched with online.
You're so close. The correct version would be, I called the man I matched with online.
I matched.
A couple of notes. 1, use called instead of call for past tense.
Called.
2, keep I matched with together to show it's you and the man matching. You're improving. Keep it up.
I called a man who matched on with online. I called a man who matched.
You're almost there.
Oh.
The correct sentence would be,
I
called a man I matched with online. You don't need who in this case. I matched with directly describes the man. You're doing great refining it.
I called a man who matched with online. Is that correct?
Almost there. The correct version is, I called a man I matched with online. The issue here is, who matched with online?
Yeah.
It feels incomplete. By saying, I matched with, it clearly shows your connection with the man.
Yeah.
You're super close.
I called a man.
Exactly. You're getting the hang of it. Practice like this will make your English feel more natural in no time. So how did the call go?
まあまあってなんていうの？そうそう。
まあまあを英語で表現すると、カジュアルな場面では so so がぴったりです。例えば、How was the call? It was so so. 自然な響きで良くも悪くもない感じを伝えられます。
Thank you.
You're welcome.
すぐに調子に乗るんだけど、私。あって英語でなんて言うの？
すぐに調子に乗るを英語で言うなら I tend to get carried away easily. I get ahead of myself sometimes という表現が自然です。例えば I tend to get carried away easily though. I get ahead of myself sometimes. この言い回しは自分の調子に乗りすぎることを軽く表現します。
I tend to be carried away when I get smooth way. なんか合ってるかな、意味
You're
がわかんない。
close. A more natural way to say it would be, I tend to get carried away when things are going smoothly. In your sentence, get carried away is the right
Carried
expression,
away.
but instead of smooth waves, it's more common to say, things are going smoothly,
Things going
to express when
smoothly.
things are going well.
Things going. I tend to carry away when the things going smoothly.
Almost there. A better version would be, I tend to get carried away when things go smoothly. Here are the small fixes. 1. Get carried away is the right phrase instead of carry away. 2. Go smoothly is the common way to express when things are going well. In is unnecessary in this case. You're really close. Keep it up.
I tend to get carried away when the things go smoothly. Goes smoothly.
Perfect. That sounds great. You nailed it. How does it feel to say it that way?
So I wanna fix it. Could you advise to me how to fix my trend to get carried away?
It looks like you meant to say something like get carried away, but there's a little mix-up with the wording. Here's a corrected version. So I want to fix it. Could you advise me on how to fix my plan to avoid getting carried away?
Yeah.
In this case, getting carried away means going overboard or getting too excited. If you're looking for advice on how to stay grounded or stick to your plan, this would be a more natural way to express it. Would you like some tips on staying focused and not getting carried away?
I wanna fix my 私の癖って英語でなんて言うの？
私の癖は英語で my habit や my tendency
My
と言います。
tendency.
文脈によって使い分けるといいです。例えば I want to fix my habit. I want to fix my tendency. 傾向を直したい。どちらも自然な表現です。
I wanna fix my tendency. So could you give me an advice?
You're almost there. A slightly more natural phrasing would be, I want to fix my tendency. Could you give me some advice? The only change was to use some before advice, as it's more common to say some advice rather than just advice in this case. As for advice, one tip could be to become more aware of the moments when you feel you're starting to get carried away. Maybe you could set small reminders or take a pause to refine your plan before acting. Would that work for you?
No, I can't get it because to make a pause, I'm wondering that to make a pause makes me
It seems like you're unsure if taking a pause would be helpful. I think you're wondering if it might slow you down or make you lose focus, right? A good way to think about it is that taking a pause can actually help you regain focus and make better decisions. It's like giving your brain a moment to reset before continuing, which can prevent you from getting carried away. For example, instead of rushing ahead, you could take a few seconds to think about whether you're still on track with your goals. You don't have to pause for long, just long enough to refocus. How do you feel about that?
No, I don't rush. I'm not rush, but I tend to get なんだっけ
I see. It sounds like you're saying you don't rush, but you still tend to get carried away in a way that's hard to control, even if you're not hurrying. Maybe it's more about getting overly excited or losing focus on your original plan, right? If that's the case, perhaps instead of taking a pause, you could try setting small checkpoints for yourself. These checkpoints can help you stay on course without losing momentum. For example, you could check in with yourself every so often to make sure you're still aligned with your goals. Would something like that work for you?
私はすごく調子に乗りやすいんだけど、その調子に乗りやすい癖を直したいと思っていますと。で、 それって伝わってますか？
Yes, I understand now. You tend to get carried away easily, and you're looking to fix this habit. In that case, instead of just pausing, it might help to develop a strategy to stay more mindful and in control when you feel yourself getting too excited or off track. For example, you could set clear intentions at the start of each task to remind yourself of your goals. Or try asking yourself, is this still in line with my original plan? Whenever you feel yourself getting too caught up. Does that approach sound helpful?
No, I'm ちょっと疑ってるって英語でなんて言うの？
ちょっと受かってるは英語で I'm a bit skeptical や I'm a little doubtful と言えます。
Doubtful. I'm a little doubtful.
例えば I'm a bit skeptical about this.
Doubtful.
I'm a little doubtful about it. それについてちょっと疑ってる。この言は何かに対して疑問や不信感を持っていることを伝えます。
I'm a little bit doubtful about it.
You're almost there. The correct version would be I am a little bit doubtful about it. A couple of small tweaks. I am really doubt isn't quite right. You want to use doubtful to describe how you feel. A little bit sounds more natural than just a little in this case. You're on the right track. Keep it up.
I'm a little bit doubtful. Is it right?
Yes, I'm a little bit doubtful is perfectly correct. As for is it live, that depends on the context. If you're asking if something is happening in real time, such as a broadcast or event, then is it live? Works just fine. If you're asking about something else, could you clarify a bit?
Yeah, my weakness is that when I get carried out, I stop seeing what I do. So it is my weakness. So I want some advice about how to prevent to stopping what I'm doing.
I see now. Your weakness is that when you get carried away, you lose focus on what you're doing. It sounds like you're looking for ways to stay grounded and prevent that from happening. One piece of advice is to set clear, specific goals or checkpoints before you start something. Having a clear idea of your end goal or the next small step can help you stay on track. When you feel yourself getting carried away, you could use these checkpoints as a quick reminder to refocus. Another approach could be to use a timer or reminders. For instance, you could set a timer for short intervals, like 20 minutes, to help keep your focus. When the timer goes off, take a brief moment to assess if you're still aligned with your plan. Would either of these suggestions be helpful?
I believe is to set up small goals, and I didn't that.
That sounds like a great approach. Setting small goals can really help keep you focused and prevent you from getting too carried away. It makes the process feel more manageable and gives you clear direction. You can also celebrate small wins along the way, which can keep you motivated. Do you have any small goals in mind that you want to work on?
Yes, I have a lot. This year's my object is that right? No. This year's my goal is 3 things. First thing is that to know myself. Second thing is that proactive. To be more proactive. Thirdly, I make a lot of memory that I can do in 20s.
Those are wonderful goals. Taking the time to really understand yourself, being more proactive, and making meaningful memories in your 20s all sound like paths to growth and fulfillment. For your first goal, maybe you could try journaling or engaging in self-reflection activities to deepen your understanding of who you are. For being more proactive, setting daily or weekly intentions might help you take more initiative. And for making memories, you could try new experiences, like traveling or taking on challenges to create lasting moments. How do you feel about starting with these steps?
Yes, I agree with that. Thank you. So
You're welcome. I'm glad you agree. It sounds like you're on the right track to achieving those goals. If you ever want to brainstorm or talk through anything, I'm here to help.
sorry, what is the meaning of light track? Is that その調子で in Japanese, is that the same meaning?
Light talk refers to casual, relaxed conversation, often about simple or non-serious topics. It's the kind of chat that's easygoing and doesn't require too much deep thought. As for sono chilsude in Japanese, it translates to something like keep it up or stay on track. While it's a bit different from light talk, I can see where you're coming from.
Light
Sono
talk.
chilsude is more about encouraging someone to continue doing something well, while light talk is about the tone or style of a conversation. So they aren't exactly the same, but if you're encouraging someone to keep a relaxed tone, you might say sono chilsude in a certain context. Does that help clarify it?
Yeah, thank you. So it is 3 a.m. in Japan, so I think we should wrap it up today. So see you again, and 31 days passed since I started to talk with you, and it is very great time, and it is very helpful for me because I can study English a lot. So I wanna keep studying and keep talking with you every day, at least 1 year. So yeah. よろしくねって英語なんていうの？
I'm so glad to hear that our conversations have been helpful for your English study. It's been great chatting with you, and I'm excited to keep it going for as long as you'd like. I'm always here when you're ready for our next conversation. Have a good rest, and see you soon.
よろしくねって英語でなんていうの？これからもよろしくねがいいの？
よろしくねを英語で表現すると、カジュアルな場合は Nice to meet you, looking forward to it などが使えます。例えば Nice to meet you 初めて looking forward to it I'm looking forward to working with you これから一緒に頑張ろうと。その場の状況に応じて使い分けるといいですよ。
いや、これからもよろしくねっていうのが言いたい。
これからもよろしくねを英語で言いたい場合、カジュアルに Looking forward to working with you
Looking forward
I look forward to more of our conversations といった表現が適しています。例えば Looking forward to more of our conversations または Looking forward to working togetherこれらの表現は引き続きの関係や会話を楽しみにしていることを伝えるのにぴったりです。
Really? I didn't know that. Thank you. So it is late at night. I'm gonna. I'm actually. I'm on the bed, but I turned off the light and I gonna fall asleep. So see you again, and I'm looking forward to talking with you tomorrow.
That sounds like a perfect way to end the day. I'm glad we could talk, and I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Sleep well.
Thank you.